Okay, your waspy bees. I know, right, kitty? Said we're just trying to get some video. The bees over here somewhere, but the wasp is like, no. Oh, hey, buddy. There's a honeybee. Oh, honey. Somewhere down here. There he is. I am sharing with y'all some pictures real quick, and then there's going to be a little bit of video explaining it, I think, if I remember correct. It's been a while since I filmed this. Basically, I'm being, transparent. So with all of my listings on my Etsy shop, I'm basically showing the pictures of what it is that I'm using in it and things like that. I didn't get to get a picture of my water purifier filter thing that I use for the water hose, but I do need to get one for that. As soon as I can, and then I'll be adding that to the listings. But I'm basically showing that it's all organic, everything that I'm using. So therefore, like I said, I'm just being transparent, and hopefully, it's just helpful with people's decisions if, they like what I'm using or not. It's up to them. I wanted to let y'all know too, in case if you're new to this, the white roots, or the brown roots, you prefer the white, of course, because that's the healthiest, but the brown is okay. But then when it starts getting slimy or black and smelly, then that's when the roots are unhealthy and the plant or what it is sick. These little beauties are going to be for sale at my Etsy shop, Mystique Realms Readings. They are Antigua, I don't know if that's how you say it or not, bush beans. But this is what I got so far. This is the roots. I was just trying to show, a little bit of the roots, what it's looking like. I'm just transplanting them today, and today actually, March 23rd, is my birthday. So yeah, but I'm having fun out in my garden. And I figured he might like to see a cute little squirrel for a moment. It was very cute, actually. But anyway, so yeah, so I am going to be selling those and plenty others. I'll be working on the other ones next. And I will be getting videos and everything along the way. And then I might end up combining these videos together. Basically to let y'all know, what's going on, what all that I'm selling and all of that. I'm going to also be collecting seeds from what I do get. And like my green onions, for instance, they got plenty of seeds. So it still hasn't flowered yet. I got to wait for it to flower. And then when the seeds turn hard, then I'll be able to collect those. But until then, I'll be able to sell some live plants once I get them going. And some of it basically is going to be for me, and then but the ones that I'm showing is the ones that I'm selling. Let's just hope everything makes it, because if anything happens to mine and some of them haven't sold, for instance, or whatever, then I'll probably go ahead and keep them for myself or whatever. And then probably if they still don't sell and they're getting too big, then I'll probably go ahead and maybe see if my family, we can get together and go sell maybe somewhere or something. They might have to sell it for me until I can start, safely traveling. Because if you're new, my little man, he is nonverbal autistic. He is 24 years old, and it's not safe riding with him in vehicles. Let's just put it that way. A lot of this also, I'm showing what I grow, like the organic, everything's organic. Along with, I forgot to show that, I purify my water through the water hose. There's a little connection thing that goes to it, and it filters out like the chloramines and a lot of the stuff. Basically, it does not smell like chlorine or anything when the water comes out. But yeah, so I do filtered water along with all organic, like I said, whether it's worm composting or Neptune's fish fertilizer, if I use that. And the Coco Loco also is an organic. It's basically coconut coir along. I think it's mixed with potting mix. I don't know if it's by Fox Farm or one of them, but yeah. And this cute little snail just slowly chugging along. It caught my attention because I was like, whoa, you know, because I had never seen one. I mean, I probably, as a kid, maybe seen them in action, but it's been a long time. And with the marking on this one and everything, I was just like, oh, that's unique. And so, and the spiral, of course, stands out, which has meaning as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to let y'all know that, like I said, you know, I'm going to be having these plants, these live plants for sale. I'm going to have free gifts as well. And I can't wait for those. Like, I'm excited about it. I just hope that, you know, um, who receives them and everything are excited about the free gifts, because not everybody, you know, likes certain things, and so they might not like it. I don't know, but there is free gifts, and yeah, so we'll see. But I made a listing, not a listing, a category for the seeds and the live plants that I sell on my Etsy shop, so it's easier to find. Well, I thought I'd share something pretty funny. So I'm sitting here and I'm sensing, you know, like an animal whisperer, that because this cute little, what do they call it? Two-striped. I don't know if it's the male or if it's just a baby, but it's a two-striped stink bug or something like. No, not stink bug, stick bug. Yeah, stick bug. Anyway, so it was on me. And when I brushed it off, I was like, oh gosh. And then I accidentally put it in here, but in the water part. So I hurried up, scooped it up, and then, well, I scooped it with the little scraper thing there lightly, and then put it on the dirt. Well, it was going in that direction, but then it stopped. And then all of a sudden, I just had this strong sense, like it smelled, or I don't know if they have any kind of smell, or I'm assuming, because look where he's at. I don't know if scientists can really prove it or not. I mean, maybe. I have no idea. But it's just kind of funny because I was sensing that, and then it was just like, oh, you know, I want to go in this direction because it smells, or whatever, you know, got it to come here. And so, and that's because my son wanted me to do burn the boxes. We're going to be supposed to be getting rain tonight, so I'm kind of glad, or else it was going to be collecting. And so we got that done. And I come back, and then all of a sudden, this is where this little stinker is. So I was like, well, maybe I was sensing correct. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. Thought I would share that with y'all. She was just looking on him. Well, I missed it. Mike is helping me. He is doing the pump for me for the water, so we can water the plants. There we go. Thank you, Mike. Looky at what I found today. Yay! So far not eaten by snails and roly-polies because that's all I have. And so far there's some growing. I hope they continue to grow. That's why I went ahead and put some in here. Oh, that was cool. Blue jay just flew down. Oh, he flew over me. That was cool. Let me hurry so he can come back. But that's why I put some in here, and I'm gonna put some in other areas because I really, really love strawberries. And every time I try to get some, I think the first year I only got like maybe 1 or 2, and then the year after that I think 1, and then none. And we're gonna find out what happens this year. So I don't know if there's more or not. I haven't checked yet. I just saw those. I was like, oh my gosh, finally. So. Oh, and I went ahead and I let those, since they decided to drop in there and say, hey, we're going to grow in here. And then there's some down on the ground. So we'll just see what happens. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's more. I don't know. Oh, there is. Yes, there is. So let's hope they continue. I don't remember if there's any on the other side or not. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Finally. And the Mike moves. Oh, look at them. They're all so happy. And there's a kitty. Missy, I think, running in the background. Yeah, my Mike loves her. We're waking up. So we're a mess right now. Oh, cool. What I did was I was playing some of the sounds that they make when they're at the feeder. And then she came real close and everything, like she was going to come here. So they can hear very clearly, obviously, the sounds coming through the cell phone speakers. That's why I kept trying to film her, but I would have to have like the other phone or something to play that sound and then have this one to film. But that was pretty cool.
Golden dawn, the sky's on fire. Footsteps dancing on the sand. Seagulls sing, waves reach higher. Hearts in rhythm, hand in hand. Dolphins leap, they paint the ocean.
first time Evelyn saw James, it was a stormy afternoon in 1956. Rain poured heavily against the cafe's windows, and she sat alone, stirring her tea, lost in thought. James entered, shaking off the raindrops from his coat, and when their eyes met, the warmth of something unspoken passed between them. He was a traveler, a dreamer, and a man who saw the world not for what it was, but for what it could be. She was a writer, longing for a love that wasn't just a fleeting passion, but a deep, unwavering bond. And so, their story began. The world wasn't always kind to them. James worked tirelessly to build a life for them, while Evelyn fought against the expectations placed upon her as a woman in a time when independence was frowned upon. They faced financial struggles, miscarriages, and moments of doubt. There were nights when silence filled their home, when they questioned if love alone was enough to sustain them. But they always came back to each other. Evelyn learned to see love not as grand gestures, but as the quiet, everyday moments. The way James always kissed her forehead before leaving for work. The way he held her hand in crowded places as if to remind her that she was never alone. James learned that vulnerability wasn't weakness but strength. He found solace in Evelyn's ability to see through his silence. As the years passed, they learned to cherish every struggle as part of their journey. Gratitude became their anchor. Instead of lamenting what they lacked, they found joy in what they had. A small home filled with laughter, handwritten notes left in unexpected places, and a love that grew deeper with time. When James lost his job, instead of despairing, they leaned into their faith in each other. Evelyn took on extra writing assignments, and James found work repairing boats. They adapted, and through it all, they never stopped saying, "Thank you for the life they shared." One of the secrets to their lasting love was honesty. There were no facades, no pretending to be perfect. When they hurt each other, they spoke of it. When they felt distant, they found their way back. They didn't shy away from hard conversations. Trust wasn't just a promise. It was something they built day after day in the way they showed up for each other. Even in the face of temptation or hardships, they never let deception take root. "Our love deserves the truth," James once told Evelyn when an old flame from his past resurfaced, and Evelyn, with tears in her eyes but faith in her heart, knew that truth would always be their guiding star. Now, as grandparents, they watch their children and grandchildren navigate love and life. They sit in their rocking chairs on the front porch, fingers still intertwined, eyes still filled with the same warmth that first sparked all those years ago. "We made it," Evelyn whispers one evening, watching the sunset paint the sky with golden hues. James, now gray-haired and weathered by time, smiles. "We're still making it." he says, squeezing her hand. Their love story wasn't perfect, but it was real. It was messy, raw, and beautifully flawed. And in the end, that's what made it magical. Their legacy wasn't just in their children, nor in the books Evelyn wrote about love, nor in the home filled with memories. Their true legacy was in the way they loved, deeply, honestly, and without fear. As they lived their final years, they found peace not in the promise of forever, but in the simple joy of each day. Their spirits are now sharing the memories and joys on the other side together, until they decide their next steps. Take a moment and reflect on what stood out for you, as this applies to your life somehow too. Ask for more guidance into what else you need made aware for you. Thank you for watching, subscribing, sharing, liking, and commenting with your love and support of our channel or social medias.